Welcome back to Red Tales. Let's get straight into our first story. She tried to extort a baby from me, but ended up helping me keep the baby. This happened way back. My daughter is 30 now. When I was 18 and in my first year of college, I got pregnant. The father joined the Navy to escape responsibility. My parents, who are strict conservatives except when it's inconvenient, abandoned me and cut me off financially. They wanted me to have an abortion to prevent the loss of my scholarship. That's how I found myself at 18 suddenly and totally responsible for myself and my living situation with no financial or emotional support from anyone. I lived at a private dorm and was befriended by the property manager, Donna. When I told her my situation, she swooped in like a hero and helped me get a place to stay at one of the other properties she managed. I was getting evicted from the dorm. She then helped me get a job at a gift shop at one of those properties. I thought she was the most wonderful person for all of this until her true motives became clear. She wanted to adopt my baby, even though I had expressed no interest in giving my baby up for adoption. After a few weeks of work, she launched a campaign to convince me I was unfit to be a mother and that my baby would be so much better off if I let Donna have it. At first it was subtle, passive-aggressive remarks about how much money she and her husband had, how she couldn't have children herself, how she hoped she was able to adopt one day and what a wonderful life they would give their baby. But, as time passed, her approach became more aggressive and direct. She was always around the shop and would even come to my apartment, ready to point out things I did, or didn't do, that proved what a terrible mother I would be. She went into long rants about how awful I was for having a baby without a father, how we'd be welfare trash forever, how God brought her into my life because she was meant to have my baby. It was endless and constant for months. Sometimes I let her comments upset me and make me wonder if she was right, but in my heart I knew that I'd be a good mother. For a while, and feeling intimidated, I let myself be bullied into including her in baby-related events. I even let her go with me to the sonogram where I found out my baby was a girl. She was so excited for me. As I got closer to delivering, I got stronger in making clear to Donna that I was not giving up my baby. I tried to avoid Donna as much as I could, but was regularly reminded how much power she had over my living situation. I soon had co-workers telling me she was claiming that my baby's adoption was a done deal. She even told people she was decorating a nursery and buying baby girl clothes. When it became clear that she was not going to change my mind, she started threatening me with eviction from my apartment and firing me from my job. That way, I'd realize how unstable my situation was and recognize I had no business having a baby. And sure enough, I lost my job. She fired me for not wearing my shoes behind the cashier's counter at the gift shop. When I was on my feet all day, my feet would swell right out of my shoes. I'd stay behind the counter and slip off my shoes for a bit, but never in view of the customers. Still, that was reason enough, in Donna's mind, to teach me a lesson. It didn't take long after losing my job to also lose my apartment. I ended up couch surfing and even spent some time homeless until I got some housing assistance. In the meantime, I had gone to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission and complained, and they helped me mediate with the owners of the gift shop property. As a result, Donna got fired from managing that property and I got months of back pay and some extra money for my trouble, in exchange for not full-out suing them. This small cash windfall turned out to be a huge blessing that actually enabled me to survive financially until I had my baby and could get back in school. Donna firing me was the best thing that could have ever happened. I saw her years later and she was still childless. Best revenge, my daughter is now getting ready to graduate, full scholarship and magna cum laude, from a top law school. Turns out being raised by a single mum is not as awful as Donna thought. OP proved that having a parent who loves you and will fight like hell for you is the most important thing. I have no doubt things would have worked out for OP and her daughter no matter what. She had multiple opportunities to back down, but even in the face of losing everything, twice, she refused. There are families where children get a lot less from two parents than OP's daughter got from having just one. Donna manipulated and eventually abused OP to try and steal her child. She fostered OP's reliance on her to use as a tool to force her. She showed her true nature as a person who would do that to a young, vulnerable pregnant woman, and she would do it to her own child as well. Thankfully, it sounds like she never got the chance. Hopefully, she was able to get help for what appear to be serious mental health issues. Now, onto our second tale. Girlfriend of 5 years cheated on me. I feel betrayed and devastated. Hello, this might be a bit long, so I apologize for that. And for this reason I really, and I mean really appreciate anyone who reads this. Thank you. She is my first girlfriend and first sexual partner. I am her first as well. We had a great relationship. We traveled a lot together, had a lot of fun together. And of course we had our downs too. But nothing serious, we always got through it. I felt like our relationship was strong and our mutual trust was incredible. That all changed when I learned that she cheated. For some context, she goes to a local disco every now and then. I never go there with her, because I don't like discos. I always trusted her, because I knew she would never do anything stupid. She just isn't this kind of girl, at least so I thought. Exactly 1 year ago she started hanging out with a guy I know there. He's a bit of an asshole, but I didn't really care. They started texting, then started texting on Snapchat, which I found extremely suspicious, but she just kept saying it was completely innocent and he was just a friend. I kept telling her it's suspicious and he's a D, but she just kept insisting he's okay and he's just a friend. Then they argued a lot for some reason and stopped talking completely. She told me he said some stupid things and that he's a D. Wow, no shit. So I was satisfied and didn't care about it any further. Time forward to yesterday, I randomly remembered this happened and wondered what exactly happened between them. So I just grabbed her phone and checked. We do this normally. We didn't hide anything from each other, so it was normal to just grab the other's phone and do whatever. What I saw shook me to my core. I saw a message from her saying something along the lines that they just went somewhere, hid and flicked quickly so no one would see them, and then he didn't want to talk to her anymore. Basically he just had her for sex. From the context it was obvious this happened multiple times. I started incredibly shaking and my heartbeat went up like crazy. I felt sick. I never felt so sick. And I still do. I told her and she cried about it. Said she regretted it incredibly and that she didn't want to tell me, because she was afraid of hurting me and losing me. That she loves me and stuff like that. I do admit that at the time of this incident a year ago, we did have a bit of a bad time in our relationship. But I felt like we got through it. She said that she lacked the sexual desire and wanted to feel what it's like to have sex with someone else, since I was her only one. She even told me at the time that she wanted to try it with someone else. I told her that I'm sorry, but I wouldn't accept that. And still she did it. What's funny is that she is quite low libido, and we didn't have nearly as much sex as I'd like. For example, we didn't have sex for 3 months once. And there definitely was enough of desire, at least from my side. And then she fixed this guy multiple times. Now, she texted me how sorry she is and how horrible it feels that she did this. Because she said multiple times that she would never cheat and that she doesn't understand how anyone could cheat in a relationship. Well, there you go. She completely betrayed my trust. I feel like she stabbed me in the back. I feel depressed. Horrible. She wants to get back together and she said that after this she would never ever do it again because it just wasn't worth it. She said she can't be without me and that she really does not want to lose me. And honestly, I don't want to lose her either. We've known each other since we were 7. Basically all our lives. We spend almost every day together. We do everything together. We love each other. After 5 years of relationship, I really felt like we were going to spend the future together. We are almost perfect for each other. Except for our sex, but I wanted to work on that. I really don't know what to do now. Does she deserve another chance? She does seem to genuinely regret it. But I'm afraid that if she did it once, she might do it again. Plus our trust will never be the same, of course. Thank you so much if you read all the way here. I am very grateful. I needed to get this off my chest. Update. Thank you everyone for your messages. I really needed this. You are all great, honestly. I'll talk about it with her and tell her in depth how I feel and why I want to break up. I'll keep you all updated. Once again, thank you so much. Here's OP's update after he does the deed. I texted her, since I left her home immediately, and told her that I will not get back with her ever. That she betrayed me, and I even explained everything. My feelings, thoughts, etc. She takes full responsibility and blame for everything. She acknowledged her mistakes and said she genuinely feels sick of herself. And that she will never forget this, never forgive herself, and that with me, a piece of herself will be missing. She said she would take it all back if she could. She confessed to sleeping with said douchebag 3 times. After that it ended. I asked if she would have continued had he not ended it. And she said she doesn't know. In my mind that is an obvious yes. That one hurt. Her only wish is for us not to be cut off completely. Not stay together, just not be cut off completely. I really don't know about that. I must confess that I do feel sorry for her. Yes, I know. I'm weak. I'm a weakling. I told her I'm not sure if I want to keep her in my life at all. She said she will respect my decision and will understand. I am at peace with the fact we broke up and will never be together. I must once again thank you all amazing people for your opinions and your help. You were most helpful and seriously helped me get it done. I still have to think about the cutting off thing. I'm dubious on the girlfriend's supposed guilt. She had no problem lying and cheating on OP even when OP became suspicious. Then continued to hide it from him long after the fact. I have no doubt that when she said she lied to keep him from being hurt, she was lying too. That's a reason not to cheat, not to lie about the damage you've done. Had she really felt guilty, she wouldn't have done it repeatedly and she wouldn't have continued to lie about it. All she did was ensure that OP couldn't ever trust her again. That she could think that there was any relationship left to be salvaged is baffling. Thanks for joining us on Red Tales today. We hope you enjoyed your time here. If you did, please hit that like button, and if you haven't already, think about subscribing to the channel for more videos like this. Have a wonderful day.